On the news tonight, more impetus to FCT Road Infrastructure Drive, and a reward for merit and dedication in the education sector. A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Cecilia Julius. Now to the news in full. In another bantry of project execution that will open up the city center, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has flagged off the construction of the Wuye District Road project. Onoze Yakubu reports the minister saying that he remained focused and steadfast in changing the narratives on infrastructure development despite distractions.
These heavy-duty machines are not lined up for sale, but a show of capacity to hit the ground running in the construction of the arterial road N1 from Wuye District to the Ring Road 2. FCDA Acting Executive Secretary Richard Yunana Dauda, while highlighting the scope of the project, described it as impactful to the lives of the residents.
The arterial road N1 starts from a place called the junction of arterial road S1 Mashood Abiola in Garki district. It traverses through the central business district, through Wuse district in phase 1 and continues into phase 2 through Wuye and Akibu districts.
May this road serve as a symbol of growth, connectivity, and prosperity for all citizens of the FCT.
Expected to be completed in 20 months, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says he remains resolute in actualizing President Tinubu's mandate of transforming the capital city through infrastructure provisions.
I am prepared to support and help Mr. President to achieve for this country to get to where we're supposed to be. Mr. President has taken as a part to change the narrative as far as Abuja is concerned. And we should be able to say, Mr. President, thank you for what you are doing.
He, however, revealed that more meaningful projects will be provided for the overall interest of the citizenry. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
And away from infrastructure, let's talk education. For education to be inclusive and sustainable, government must give priority to primary and tertiary sectors with attention to pupils and students with special needs. That was the submission of stakeholders in the education sector during the 17th Annual National Conference of Primary and Tertiary Teacher Education Association of Nigeria, PATEN, held in Nasarawa State University, Kefi. Blessing Damfulani reports.
Statistics hazard that people with disabilities make up almost 10% of Nigeria's population. Hence, the need to prioritize educating people with special needs. Creating this awareness is the aim of PATEN's 17th National Conference. National Chairman, Universal Basic Education Commission, Senator Umaru Tanko Al-Makura says, keying into teachers' development and rationalization will improve Nigeria's education standard.
We have a lot to contribute in terms of encouraging the institutions and state SUBEB to ensure that they key into teacher development, teacher rationalization, teacher professionalization. These are what we need if our education development will be sustained.
Vice Chancellor, Nasarawa State University, Kefi, Professor Saadatu Hassan Liman, in a message, as well as other stakeholders in the education sector, were unanimous in their views that education can only be inclusive if pupils and students with special needs are given the desired attention.
The theme of the conference is very apt. It's about inclusive education. If you're thinking about or you consider people with disabilities, for instance, they make up about 10% of the whole population of the nation. And if you add other vulnerabilities like homeless people, female children, out of school children, the numbers keep piling, and it is an alarming number. Something has to be done about it.
The essence of this conference is create awareness and also provide the platform for sustainable development in the future, and also to ensure that the disabilities are all included in the growth of education and also the provision of education.
If you should go to advanced countries, they don't even have special school again. Rather, everybody is inclusive. All children with all kind of special needs, they are included in the regular program, and this is what we want to achieve.
Theme of the conference is Inclusive Education for Sustainable National Development.
It was a day of recognition and fresh beginnings at the College of Education, Zuba, as the Provost, Sule Mundi, swore in newly appointed directors and heads of department. The event, which combined appointment with awards, showcased the college's commitment to innovation, hard work, and excellence in service. Hawa Gimba takes it up.
It was with great joy that certificates of stewardship were presented to various newly appointed directors and heads of departments, showcasing years of achievements and paving way for advancements. In his remark, the Provost, Sule Mundi, charged the newly appointed directors and heads of departments to embrace innovation and teamwork in carrying out their responsibilities. He emphasized that leadership in the education sector requires dedication and vision.
That we have established a beginning from the immediate going things, and that they should keep to that. This is what I advise them all the time, and they should always know that it's sacrifice, sacrifice, and sacrifice, because there is nothing you can do without committing yourself and sacrificing, and you achieve.
Beyond the celebration, ceremony also recognized excellence, outstanding staff, and best performing heads of departments.
Leadership to me is a challenge. I don't celebrate it because the reward of hard work is more work. I've been the head of department for the past 2 years. I know what it means to get there.
Retirees were not left out, as they also received awards of recognition for their years of meritorious service to the institution, a gesture described as both encouraging and inspiring for the upcoming staff.
If you have worked in a particular place for so long and you are called upon for recognition of your service, I think it's something that everyone should look forward to.
Their watchwords should be commitment and total loyalty.
It has been a wonderful experience working with my colleagues, with the juniors and the seniors, and then of course my head.
And I appreciate the management for honoring us.
The provost noted that such recognitions are designed to boost morale, deepen institutional loyalty, and strengthen the drive towards innovation and development in the college. Hawagimba, NTA News.
To make the impact of governance felt by people, the Leadership and Accountability Initiative has called on the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, to partner with it in driving transparency and accountability at the grassroots level through its newly launched Local Government Accountability Project, Local GAP. Sandra Akeme reports that this was made known during a courtesy visit to the union.
The courtesy visit to the NUJ National Secretariat in Abuja is to seek areas of collaboration between the initiative and the union. The project lead, Elder John Shoibu, and head of mission, Nwazuluehu Shield, said the objective is to strengthen transparency, accountability, and citizen engagement in all of Nigeria's 774 local government areas. They lamented that for too long, the local government system has suffered from neglect, inefficiency, and opacity with basic services such as healthcare, education, sanitation, and rural roads either poorly delivered or completely absent due to a lack of resources, but largely the absence of accountability.
We need the Nigerian press to shine its light into the dark corners of local governance, to amplify citizens' concern, to highlight best practices, and to hold leaders accountable to their promises and responsibilities. We are, therefore, here to formally seek the collaboration of the NUJ in this historic national effort. We have interacted with the local government chairman, we interact with all the major stakeholders, like I said at the beginning, Aldon, Nogi, and all the major stakeholders. Any state that deliberately refuses to follow up and to obey the Supreme Court ruling would simply drag them back to the Supreme Court.
National President, Nigeria Union of Journalists, Comrade Al-Hassan Yahya, while receiving the delegation, commended the group for its mission, pledged to work closely with the Leadership and Accountability Initiative to promote transparency, accountability, and service delivery at the state and local government levels.
I want to assure you that we'll work together to change such narratives, and NUJ is working closely with organizations like yours to make sure that we change the way we operate. I'm also hoping that we'll invite all the leadership of councils from 37 councils so that we'll meet and set agenda so that at the end of the day we'll commence to implement what we call our work plan.
The initiative pledged to provide data, tools and platforms that will support the media's watchdog role, including capacity building for investigative reporting at the local government level. They further urged Nigerians to take ownership of the project by getting involved in governance at the grassroots. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
In a display of solidarity, the Civil Defense Officers' Wives Association, CIDOA, in partnership with Food Bank Niger, distributed food relief packages to 450 beneficiaries, comprising families of fallen heroes and NSCDC personnel in Federal Capital Territory. These initiatives underscores the commitment to supporting those who have served. Kama Kama takes it from here.
In a coordinated relief effort, CIDOA, in collaboration with Food Bank Niger, organized a food distribution drive for 415 beneficiaries. The initiative specifically reaches wives of fallen heroes and active NSCDC personnel within the FCT command. The beneficiaries, including widows and dependents, who have supported NSCDC officers in their line of duty. This program affirms the association's ongoing commitment to welfare and community resilience, ensuring families have access to staple foods and essential provisions. The distribution was conducted at the NSCDC FCT command with volunteers ensuring orderly, dignified handover of food parcels. Each package is designed to cover a family's need for the coming week.
There is a power of love you bring. Food security isn't just about the food we eat, it's about the food we live.
Speaking at the event, NSCDC leadership commended CIDOA and Food Bank Niger for their philanthropic partnership, highlighting the importance of welfare programs that support families who have endured personnel loss while serving the nation.
Let us reaffirm our commitment to support one another. Let this event be a reminder that no one is alone in this journey. We are stronger together, and as an organization, we will continue to stand united in our mission.
The organizers say this is part of an ongoing effort to sustain support networks for NSCDC families and to broaden the impact of food security initiatives across the command.
No Nigerian should ever go to bed hungry. Hunger is not just an absence of food, it is an absence of opportunity, dignity, and hope.
From the Federal Capital Territory, today's relief drive highlights a simple but powerful truth. When communities stand with those who serve, healing and resilience follow. CIDOA's collaboration with Food Bank Niger marks another step in sustaining the welfare of families who have borne the cost of service For NSCDC, this is not just about food on the table, it's about hope for tomorrow. Kama Kama, NTA News.
And let's take you to the global scene for foreign updates.
Many thanks indeed. US President state visit moved from spectacle to political talks. Romania becomes second NATO country to report Russian drones in its airspace. And in West Africa, trucks set ablaze as militants blockade Senegal-Mali trade routes. Hello and many thanks for joining me on The Globe this week. I am Serafina Okon. Donald Trump's state visit has moved from royal spectacle to political talks as the US president leaves Windsor Castle and heads to the PM's countryside estate. Trump and his hammer revealed the Sir Winston Churchill archives at Chikri's meeting, holding a meeting and a news conference. Last night, Trump and the King held the UK-US special relationship during a lavish state banquet for 160 guests. Romanian says Russian drones has breached its airspace, the second NATO country to report such an incursion. The Romanian fighter jets were in the air monitoring a Russian attack in Ukraine and were able to track the drone near Ukraine's southern border, the defense ministry said in a statement. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the incursion could not be a mistake. It was an obvious expansion of the war. Moscow has not commented on the Romanian claims, while Poland says it had shot down at least 3 Russian drones which had entered its airspace. And in West Africa, Mali's military government has sought to calm anger over a blockade by Islamist militants on major highways where lorry drivers have been facing ambushes and arson attacks. Acknowledgement of the seriousness by the situation affecting the landlocked country, the Prime Minister said the authorities were trying to improve security on the roads. The blockade, a potentially serious escalation of Mali's long-running jihadist insurgency, is particularly affecting the supply of fuel, which could cripple the country. The Sahel region of West Africa is known as the epicenter of global terrorism, accounting for more than 50% of all terrorism. They have imposed blockade on 2 key locations. And that's a wrap on the Globe this week. Stay for the continuation of the news.
And let's now join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
Ezekiel Nathaniel has ended Nigeria's 38-year wait for a place in the final of the men's 400 meters hurdles event at the World Athletics Championships. He won Heat 2 with a blistering time of 47.47 seconds, the fastest time among all semi-finalists, and will run the final from lane 6 on Friday. Nathaniel's achievement marks a significant milestone for Nigerian athletics, with Henry Amike being the last Nigerian to reach the final in 1987. Meanwhile, Oyo State Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Ms. Wasilat Adejoke, has assured fans of the state's readiness to host the Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifying match between Nigeria and Rwanda on September 27, 2025 at Lekan Salami Sports Complex. The state government promises to provide adequate security and make the match memorable for players, officials and fans. In other news, the Barcelona Legends team featuring Ronaldinho will play against African legends at Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja on October 25th. The match kicks off at 3 p.m. and Nigerian football legend JJ Okocha is expected to participate in the African Legends team. Lastly, Terence Crawford has dethroned Alexander Usyk as the new pound-for-pound king of boxing, following his historic victory over Canelo Alvarez. Crawford's masterful display earned him the top spot in the latest rankings, solidifying his position as one of the greatest fighters of all time. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dogo, NTA News.
And Sports Brief wraps up the English version of the news Please stay tuned for translations. Have a good night.
Mama agbaje shaje wo wona ya bi boda ya zakwe akusha gbedai iwo anabashi ba boda iwo me president wa yuba woni waje anabaje wo gai gwamnati ke da minista ya yasa wuke la godo wai shi a tutu amanai in baba be ke na bigi ne za yakubu wada inga minista bai da boda da no sanu uwo bai gu wuye kpaje sapa amata soko lukoya boda na tuta je wa godo inga wala migi wa godu na atutun je in ba kizid na ye wata ma in ya bubaya wala wetu wala bubaga ntige na fa ndugba ayokunu bo ataji ya kon wa godu ga azaba da te ma waje walon wo gwamnati ba fi bagbatu in ko ba be yi zidna na bege nyipia ye ba je nyipia na gmainu bodo nyipia nya da kunya ko be je nyipia nu in aba wewe bai aba wawai bai shepma inge abi kasa anyaba mutu bad na gnai inkololo unzuba inki zidai zana gnai inge sule mudi bai ku aza na gnai ku ana ashipage a kitnuji fa gnabi inya gbogbo hawa gimba wa godo we gnage ayin bai ku anya gaga ga aza mbaku a abashi ntu nzuba anya ba mutu wi abi kasanya nkwabigibo wagodo nge bashi bade kwenpya zazahe wa mijinu wa bubaga wa shaba mana baba ba nya ba kwen na bigi yuku anabage jabwa nge abusu bida tutu mashi ya asibe defense anyuko yes doa gbedogun labwa sudo na anya i dobwe kiyenya baiga nge aza anyaki gbogbo bodo n'anya ajeyi kwache azabwa fi nsaye ye kama wagodo we nga gbedo ye bega oba atutu shi ayi gba inu bodo na azaje yi mba filo oniyaji ashinge bodo bache oba atutu shi nge ayuko kwa mbaku ba wewe gafi ututu shi yokwenyi ba godo ba nga gaba ta shi be kwen tuge abwa ya jini gba ga kala ma ba shi kona ba uge ba yelo ma ba ya kusulo na je ututu shi yokwenyi amma gba je anaba yi kuze be je da wasu shi kwasi saisu
Igbobi Igbo ekele m unu nọ na akụkọ ụwa na nkenke n'uhuruchi taa. Aha m bụ Maazị Okwi Francis Ide. N'ọtụtụ ọrụ mmepe nke ga-eme ka Abuja bụ isi ala anyị mepee nke ọma ma chakee dịka isi obodo mba ụwa ndị ọzọ, minista nke FCT bụ Nyesom Wike atọọla ntọala ịrụ okporo ụzọ ọhụrụ na mpaghara Wuye dị n'ime FCT. Nọzere Yakubu onye nta akụkọ anyị mere ka amata na ya bụ minista kọwara na ya dị njikere ịgbanwe ọnọdụ mmepe nke Abuja karịa ka ọ dị ugbu a n'agbanyeghị ndọghachi azụ ọ na-enweta n'ụfọdụ ebe ugbu a. Ọ bụ ụbọchị ncheta ezigbo ọrụ ma bụrụkwa ụbọchị mmalite ọhụrụ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ kọleji na-azụ ndị nkụzi nke Zuba dịka onye isi ụlọ akwụkwọ ahụ bụ Sule Mundi duru n'ihe ọrụ ndị isi ngalaba dị iche iche nke ya bụ ụlọ akwụkwọ. Hawa Gimba onye nta akụkọ anyị kọwara na ejikọtara mmemme a dịka inye ọkwa ọhụrụ nakwa ịtụnye ugo. O gosipụtakwara ntụnye uchu nke kọleji a ịrụpụta akụrụngwa ọhụrụ, agbammbọ ya na ịrụ ọrụ n'ụzọ kachasị mma ma bụrụ ịkpa karịa ndị ọzọ. iji gosi ndonye ukwu otu jikọtara ndị nwunye ndị ọrụ nchekwa civil defense n'asụsụ bekee nke ya bụ SIDOA ejikọgo aka ha na ndị na-edokwa erimeri nwa bekee kpọrọ Food Bank Naija wee bunye ọtụtụ ezinụlọ ndị ọrụ ha lara mmụọ ugbu a n'ime FCT akpa erimeri ruru 450 iji wee belata ọnọdụ ụkọ ha nọ n'ime ya ugbu a. Kama onye nta akụkọ anyị mere ka amata na nke a bụ iji nyere ndị ọrụ ha aka, ọkachasị ndị gbara mbọ nke ukwuu nakwa ndị di ha maọbụ nwunye ha nwụrụ maọbụ ndị lagoro mmụọ site na ọrụ civil defense. Otu a ka anyị si hazie tụgharịa ma gụpụtara unu ya bụ akụkọ ụwa na nkenke. Echi ka bụ ụbọchị anyị nụ n'ugo a enwekwa ọzọ.
Ẹ̀kaalẹ́, ẹ̀ka àtòwúrọ̀. Ìròyìn aago méje ti dèrò ìgbàlódé sétí ìgbọ́yín láti olú-iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán NTA ìkànnì karùn-ún tìlú Àbújá. Títílayọ̀ Òkè òun lorúkọ tèmi. Pẹ̀lú àṣẹbẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀kí agbára iṣẹ́ àgbéṣe tí yóò ṣí ojú àti ẹwà sí àárín ìlú, Mínísítà wa Nyesom Wike ti ṣe ètò àsíá fún ọ̀rọ̀ ìkọ́lé iṣẹ́ àkànṣe ti ojú ọ̀nà agbègbè dísítíríkìtì ti Wúyé. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Onoze Yakubu jábọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tó jáde látẹnu Mínísítà wa wípé òun yóò dúró ṣinṣin láì wẹ̀yìn wò láti rí i dájú wípé ìdàgbàsókè yóò máa bá ọ̀rọ̀ amáyédẹrùn láì wo tìdààmú tàbí ìdojúkọ tó wà nídìí rẹ̀. Ọjọ́ ayọ̀ àti àmì pẹ̀lú ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ohun tuntun ló jẹ́ ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ kọ́lẹ́ẹ̀jì Zuba nígbà tí ọ̀gá àgbà Sule Mundi ṣe ìjẹ́rìí oyè fún àwọn olùdarí àti olórí ẹ̀ka tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ yàn sípò. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Hawa Gimba jábọ̀ pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà jẹ́ ohun àpapọ̀ fún ìfisípò pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bùn láti fi akitiyan hàn bí kọ́lẹ́ẹ̀jì náà ṣe mú ọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́ takuntakun àti ipò dídára jùlọ níbi iṣẹ́ wọn. Láti fi ẹ̀mí ìṣọ̀kan hàn, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ aya òṣìṣẹ́ civil defense ìyẹn SIDOA tó wà ní àjọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ́ oúnjẹ ti Naija ti pín pákéjì oúnjẹ tó tó 2,410 fún àwọn tó jẹ àǹfààní rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹbí akọni tó ti papòdà àti òṣìṣẹ́ NSCDC ní olú ìlú wa. Kámákámá jábọ̀ pé lára kókó ẹgbẹ́ náà ni láti gbéròyìn fún ìfọkànsìn àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lótìítọ́ àti lódodo. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ láṣálẹ́ yìí. Títílayọ̀ lórúkọ tèmi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Láyọ̀ láti máa pàdé. Ó dàárọ̀.